remotest area, which we were not supposed to, or we were unable to go there in the regular time frame of our lectures and the regular academic years or academic period. So this is really a great, rather I will call it as a great platform where all the wild flowers can be enjoyed, can be seen, and the beauties can be appreciated.
Gajendra, check your mic.
Now it is coming, sir? The voice is coming? Yeah. Okay. I think we are good to go, sir. Can we start now?
Yeah, we can start. We can start now. Yadav sir, shall we start?
Yes. Yes.
Gajendra, your camera should be on. No?
Yeah. Yeah. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning. Very good morning to all the dignitaries, all the participants, and all the panelists, chief guests, the supporting knowledge partners. I welcome all of you to this wonderful event of Wild Glory, the third season 3. This season or this event is particularly, we are celebrating to as a valedictory as well as a prize distribution ceremony. May I welcome our keynote speaker of today's event, Dr. S.R. Yadav sir. I welcome you, sir, and I would like to request you to please occupy the seat of a keynote speaker. I also would like to welcome Dr. Nitin Dongarwar sir. He will be chairpersoning this complete event, but he will be joining in a half an hour. He is busy quite, but he will be joining very soon. I would also like to welcome Dr. Nitin Dongarwar sir here. I welcome the principal of Host Institute, Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, Dr. Alka Vise madam, to occupy the chair of a chief guest of today's event. I welcome Dr. Alka Vise madam. I also would like to welcome President of Amravati Garden Club Amravati, Dr. Dinesh Khedkar sir, to please occupy the chair of a special guest. I also like to welcome Secretary of Amravati Garden Club, Dr. Rekha Magirwar madam. Welcome, ma'am. I also would like to welcome our IQAC coordinator, head of the Department of Botany at Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, Nandgaon, Khandeshwar, and also Vice President of Praveen Khodke Memorial Trust, Amravati, Dr. Suchita Khodke madam. Allow me to welcome the panelists of complete Wild Glory event, not in any particular sequence. I would like to welcome Dr. Sanjay Satpute sir. He's an associate professor in botany at Mahatma Phule College, Varud. I also would like to welcome Dr. Ashok Devre sir. He's associate professor in botany at SSKR Innani Mahavidyalaya, Karanjalad. I also would like to welcome our panelist, Dr. Vishal Marathe. He's an assistant professor in botany at NES Science College, Nanded. And lastly, I would like to welcome our finalist, Dr. Manoj Kakpure, sir. He's the head of the Department of Botany at Lake RV Arts, Commerce and Srimati SR Bharti Science College, Arni. I welcome all of you, sir. I hope Dr. Kakpure and Dr. Marathi, sir, is there. Dr. Devre and Dr. Satpute, sir, will be joining us very soon. May I now take this opportunity to proceed further in the event, and I would like to call upon Dr. Suchita Khodke, madam, to please give the introduction of the event and also please put forth the idea behind, the concept behind the organization of Wild Glory. Over to you, ma'am. Khedkar sir, could you please unmute Dr. Suchita Khodke, madam?
Okay, okay. On which screen is she's?
Vinayak Vignan Mahavidyalaya. Her screen name is Vinayak Vignan Mahavidyalaya.
Okay. Now she can unmute.
Yeah. Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all of you. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Respected dignitaries, Dr. S.I. Yadav, sir, the keynote speaker for this Wild Glory competition. Dr. Nitin Dongarwa, sir, president of this valedictory function. Our principal, respected Dr. Alka Bhise, madam. President of Amravati Garden Club, Amravati, Dr. Dinesh Khedkar, sir. Secretary, Dr. Rekha Magirar, madam. The Vice President of Amravati Garden Club, Dr. Subhash Bhavi. Executive members of the Amravati Garden Club. Jury panel of this Wild Glory competition, Dr. Ashok Devre, sir. Dr. Sanjay Satpute, Dr. Vishal Marathe, Dr. Manoj Kakpure, and all the organizing secretary convener of this Wild Glory competition. I would like, Dr. Suchita Khodke, warm welcome to all of you for this valedictory and prize distribution ceremony, which is jointly organized by Department of Botany, Vinayak Vignan Mahavidyalaya, and Amravati Garden Club, Amravati. Vinayak Vignan Mahavidyalaya was established in the year 2007 by Ravin Khodke Memorial Trust, Amravati, with the view to boost a higher education in the rural area. Vidya Dhanam Sarva Dhanam Pradhanam, that is the brief line of our college, whose one of the main aim of this college is college foundation is to offer excellent opportunities to the student and equipped with the skilled knowledge. Our college has been proactive in creative awareness among the students related to the local flora and fauna. Wild Glory is one such an initiative from the Department of Botany, which was started, or the journey of this Wild Glory was started in the year 2017. That time we have organized as on offline mode and has been acknowledged and appreciated from all the lovers of the nature. And this time it was restricted only our nearby region, that is only or the entries from the Amravati district. And in this pandemic situation where all our education are transferred into the or onto the virtual mode, last year in 2020 we had tried to arrange it on the virtual mode. For that we have also received a good responses from throughout the India. So this is our season 3 of the Wild Glory competition. As we know that past century due to urbanization has intact and ecological lands are fragmented and transferred it with the exotic plants. So native plants are those which are occur naturally in the region in which they are evolved. They are ecological basis upon which the life depends, including birds, insects, and the people. So these are the beautiful plants with lots of ecological importance, but due to lack of knowledge or ignorance to the beauty of this nature. There are a lot of reasons or many reasons behind them that no one tried to cultivate it in their gardens. Unidentification, stop and look at the wildflowers carefully. So these plant species are important and provided nectar, pollen, and seeds that serve and food for the native butterflies, insect, birds, and other animals. So to conserving this nature beauty is really a very difficult task in front of us. There are various ways by which we can conserve these native or the wild plants, by such as by educating and motivating the student, public, researchers, and should aware about the economic benefits of this plant. So to create or to raise the awareness among the student about this wild plant, our Department of Botany of Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya organized this wild glory competition since 2017. Through this competition, students will connect with the nature, and this is our small efforts to bring the student closer to the nature, or we can also say that towards the basic science, and let them slowly learn how to identify and discover the wonders of the nature and admire the beauty and value of the nature gives to the mankind. So I express my sincere thanks or sincere gratitude towards respected Dr. S.I. Yadav sir for accepting our invitation for the popular talk. In this season 3, we have received a huge response. That is, our entries is beyond 150, and which is from the across the pan of India. So I'm also grateful Dr. Nitin Dongarwal sir, who has been accepted our invitation and present here as a chairperson. I would like to thank our respected principal, Dr. Alka Bhise madam, giving us their consent for organizing this competition. Then I'm also grateful our jury panel, who has played a very important role in judging the entries, Dr. Sanjay Satpute, Dr. Devre, Dr. Kakpura, and Vishal Marathi sir. I wish to acknowledge all my colleagues who take efforts for the successful of this for this competition. Once again, I'm thankful to all the participants throughout the countries who have joined here and sent their entries for this competition. With these words, I conclude here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Indeed, it has been very much in a very brief period of time. You have made clear the in a way you have saved behind organization of this Wild Glory. Mention here, while that was taking shape 2017, everything was so meticulously planned. Even the name Wild Glory was discussed a lot, or what could be the best possible way or best possible name that could be given to this competition that could aptly or justify the nature of the competition. I must mention here that Dr. Dinesh Khedkar was the one who has given this very justifiable name, that is Wild Glory. And I must say that the beauty is basically lies in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty cannot be, it does not have any basic characteristics, or rather it only can be viewed or perceived by the beautiful eyes. I myself being the teacher of a zoology, I find wild word very wild, because for me the wild stands for more carnivorous, or rather more ferocious. But here the wild word basically represent, which is untamed beauty, or rather I would call it as an ignored beauty of the nature. This Wild Glory has given a beautiful platform where all this ignored beauty, rather untamed beauty of the nature could be viewed and can be enjoyed on this particular platform. On this particular note, I would like to request Dr. Dinesh Khedkar sir. So can we have a small clip where we can enjoy the beautiful shrubs that from the participant that they have entered? May I request Dr. Yeah, I would like to request all the participants to please take a seat back and enjoy the beautiful submissions of the categories in the category of the shrub that we have here. We will be having these small videos for herbs, shrubs, and many of the entries that we have got.
Thank you, Gajendra.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Indeed, it was a treat to the eyes. This is a rare occasion where we can actually see the plants from the distant places of India. And it's a really good platform where we can actually see the rarest and the wild flowers that the students and the participants has given. I was looking at the images and I see the past years, some of the winners have also contributed this time. Again, this is a very good sporting spirit kind of a thing that we have seen. Also, the most important thing is that this competition has not been restricted only to the students or the faculties belonging to the botany department. I could see there are some nature lovers also, and there are some housewives also. There are some plant lovers also, those who have contributed very significantly from past 2 years. Like last year also, we have got very good entries from these many categories. I'll take further. I would like to invite here the chief guest of today's event and the principal of the host institute, Vinayak Vignan Mahavidyalaya, Dr. Alka Bhise madam, to express her word on this event and organization of Wild Glory. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pachloresa. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, all the dignitaries, respectively, Dr. Sriranga Yadav sir, Dr. Nitin Koletkar, Nitin Dongarkar sir. I, Dr. Alka Bhise, principal of Vinayak Vignan Mahavidyalaya, with you on this virtual platform of Wild Glory in the valedictory function of this Wild Glory competition. I'm very dignitaries, Dr. Sriranga Yadav sir, Dr. Chairperson and Chief Panelist, Dr. Nitin Dongarwar sir, Dr. Dinesh Khedkar sir, Chairman of the Amravati Garden Club, Dr. Rekha Maggirwar Madam, Secretary of the Amravati Garden Club, Shri Subhash Bhave sir, Vice President of Amravati Garden Club, all the panelists, Dr. Satpute, Dr. Kakpure, Dr. Devre, and Dr. Marathe, my colleagues of Zoology and Botany Department, Dr. Suchita Khodke Madam, who has been the chief source of this competition, who took the responsibility since 2017, and very skillfully she has organized this competition, and all the time there was the concrete support of Amravati Garden Club, especially Dr. Dinesh Khedkar and Rekha Maggirwar Madam. My colleague, another colleague, Dr. Pratibha Mahalle Madam, Head Department of Zoology, Dr. Gajendra Singh Pachlore, who has been always active in organizing the events of both the departments, Anand Hivrani sir, Subodh Bansal, and all my faculty members, all the faculties of other colleges, and all the students and participants who have joined with us in on this virtual platform. I am very glad that this is the third year of organizing and conducting this Wild Glory competition by Department of Botany and Zoology of Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya. Every year we are getting the number of responses. The number of responses is increasingly growing, and this year we have got the participants not only from Maharashtra and India, but also from Virginia, US, and that is a commendable thing that the competition organized by us is getting an international response also. I think that this will inspire the organizers to take the competition on the international level. Has given us the inspiration that why not to go it for international organization. Sir, who is the keynote speaker of today's function. We have got very tremendous response from the participants, and just now we have enjoyed that visual treat. Wild Glory, very attractive name and very
I think madam's.
Yes, some network issue is there.
Let's wait for a few minutes.
Yeah, sure.
It will be restored.
These are some technical things that we need to overcome, but still the crux and idea of the event remains the same. Madam will be joining very soon. She'll be completing her address. Yeah, she'll be joining very soon. We have just contacted her. There was some technical difficulty. She'll be completing her address, and then we will be moving on to the next portion that we are going to view another video belonging to the trees and shrubs. Okay.
Gajendra, by that time we can complete the video.
Yeah.
Next
Sure, sir. No problem. Yeah. I think Principal Madam will be joined very soon. Meantime, she overcomes the technical difficulty. We will enjoy the next video. Over to you, sir.
So, over to you, Gajendra. I think.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Let me check if our Principal Madam has joined or not.
Right now, she is not.
No, it's okay. I think we should move further. Is it okay, sir? I think we should move further.
We'll move on.
So may I now request, because we need to proceed further and time is running very fast. I would like to request Dr. Dinesh Khedkar, sir, to please share his wisdom words with us on this particular event. And also, I would like to meantime request him to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. S.R. Yadav, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Gajendra. Is it having any kind of problem in the audio? My audio?
No, sir. Not
Clear?
at all.
Okay.
Yeah, not at all.
Thanks a lot, Gajendra. Actually, this is the proud and privilege for me to have this opportunity to introduce my mentor and the great botanist of the India, Dr. Srirang Yadav, sir. And I'm representing Amaravati Garden Club here in this competition. Amaravati Garden Club is the very old club which was established in the year 1979, and it has the very long legacy of the botany teachers who have contributed in the development of the Amaravati Garden Club. And Amaravati Garden Club was initially restricted to the ornamental plants, and later we have expanded to the environmental issues. We have expanded our approach to the wild beauty, and overall we are working in variety of the sectors wherein we are trying to involve people in the nature, because right now this is the situation where the kids, where the young generation is drawn down into the virtual world, and that virtual world is taking them away from the nature. So this is the attempt. This actually Wild Glory is an attempt to bring the beauty of the nature which was there in the forest. The idea came to the mind when we have visited many of the forests with the Dr. Prabha Bhogakarma, and she was showing variety of the wonderful flowers to us, and we were supposed to say that how beautiful these flowers are, but these flowers are available to only those who will enter into the forest. So the basic idea was why we are not having any kind of a platform where we can exhibit that beauty. Actually, that beauty is now the glory of the forest, the glory of the nature. And now that glory came to the real users, common citizens. And we can very easily see that this is the competition where all the kinds of participants have contributed, right from the students, teachers, researchers, housewives, and the nature lovers have contributed a lot. And I'm very much sure that they have generated the interest in exploring the beauty in the wild. And now, hereafter, there must be some effort to domesticate this beauty and to bring that beauty to the real world, wherein many people will see that beauty. I'm sure that this was the exhibition before the renowned taxonomist, renowned person in the India, Dr. Yadav sir. I'm very sorry to say there may be some errors in the identification of the plants which was there, because these were the templates shared by the students, and there may be some error in the identification of the plant that we accept. We regret for that, because this was the great exercise and the time was very short to go through the entire specimens and identify the specimens. There may be some error, and we shoulder that responsibility of the error. And we will definitely correct all those things where we could find any kind of mistake in the identification of the plant. Now, hereafter, I'm taking this opportunity to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Srirang Ramchandra Yadav. My dear student friends, dear participants, I must say here that you should take a note of this name, Dr. Srirang Ramchandra Yadav, because this name will again repeat in my introduction. Actually, there is no need of introduction to this name to at least the people from botany. But as we are having the people from all over the India and abroad, that too some common citizens are there, homemaker females are there. For them, I need to introduce this hero of our botany. This is Dr. Srirang Ramchandra Yadav, who resides in Kolhapur and served in the university, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. He has started his career as the biology teacher. Later, he transformed himself in the research fellow, lecturer, and professor in the final phase. He completed his service in variety of the areas like Mumbai, Goa, Delhi, and Kolhapur was the main base station for the Dr. Srirang Yadav sir. He visited this Goa and Delhi University as the faculty over there and contributed a lot in that universities also, and came back to the Kolhapur University, Shivaji University. He shared his wisdom. He actually explored the variety of the floras from different areas. Especially, he is engaged in plant exploration in the Western Ghats. He focused on biosystematics and conservation of the rare plants. We are aware of the variety of the projects conducted by Dr. Srirang Yadav sir, which were focusing on conservation of a single species like Habenaria. He has achieved huge grants from variety of the agencies for the conservation purpose. Variety of the projects he has gone through, and variety of the funding agencies he has trapped in for the different projects. There is the huge list of the awards which were conferred upon him. To list a few, I must mention here that he is the fellow of Indian Association for Angiosperm Taxonomy. And he is also fellow of very reputed institution, that is National Academy of Sciences in India. Similarly, he is the fellow of Maharashtra Academy of Sciences. Similarly, he is awarded with the Nisarga Mitra Award because he is striving very hard for conservation of the rare and endangered species. Not only rare and endangered species, he has explored many of the species which were there in the field, but that was not known to the scientific world. I'm very happy to share that he is honored with the UGC BSR Faculty Fellowship, and he served for more than 3 years in this fellowship. and he has also honored by award E.K. Janki Ammal Award by Ministry of Environment and Forest, Government of India. My dear friends, I told you that we should remember the name of Dr. Srirang Ramchandra Yadav, because his student have explored, his student have discovered a species and named it after the name of our beloved Yadav sir. I'll name few species. It is Eulalia Srirangai. Srirangai, after the name of Dr. Yadav, Sriranga. Ishimum Yadavi, Vigna Yadavi, Brachystilma Srirangai, Canskora Srirangiana, Mucuna Yadaviana. My dear friends, this is real honor for any botanist to have the species after his name. So this is definitely the reward to the Honorable Dr. Yadav sir from his students, because these were the explorations under his able guidance by his students, and those species are named after his good name. He has described more than 64 new taxa. I am reading the data in the year 2019. There are 2 more years past. This data may be enhanced to the greater extent. He has given new name and combinations to the 3 species. He has guided 11 MPhil students and completed 31 PhD projects. 31 research scholars have awarded with their PhD degree, doctoral degree under his able guidance. Dr. Srirang Yadav sir has organized many of the events, international conference, national conference, workshops. These special workshops were there for the identification of the plants, exploration of the taxonomical approaches for identification, for scientific arrangement of the plants. He has organized training programs for the amateur botanists. All over the world, he have visited for the different presentations in the conferences, workshops, and seminars. He has presented almost 92 papers in variety of the events, scientific events, and attended 119 events across the world. To his credit, he has published 265 research papers in the journals of national and international review. Similarly, he has authored number of books and chapters, and these books and chapters are dedicatedly taxonomy. My dear friends, taxonomy is the in the trends of molecular biology, but Dr. Yadav sir have breached this gap, and he bring the students from the molecular biology to the classical taxonomy, classical botany, and definitely this merger, this union of the modern sciences with the classical taxonomy will definitely come up with the variety of the new avenues, where new discoveries to the field of botany. Dr. Yadav sir, hats off to your contribution in the field of botany, and moreover, he is very, very humble person. Whenever we have made any request to him, he is very interested in sharing his thoughts with the students, and that enthusiasm attracts the students. When he has in any conference or any presentation, any kind of program where he used to deliver his speech, after his speech, I have seen the gathering of the students around him, and all the students would like to talk to him, would like to learn something from him. This is the person who has definitely very huge stature. We are very fortunate to have you in this program, sir, because this is very apt platform for you to deal with the subject taxonomy, and that too in the area of the wild flora, where these all students, right now we have the 85 participants with us. These are the dedicated participants who have contributed in exploration of the flora from the wild. So thank you very much, sir, and I extend my thanks on behalf of Organizing Institute, Dr. Alka Bise ma'am, principal of the Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya and Amravati Garden Club executive. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Gajendra. Over to you.
Thank you very much, sir. Indeed, it was a very nice way to introduce such a great personality. I got a goosebump, and without much ado, I think this is the right time to hand it over to Dr. S.R. Yadav, sir, because he's the magician who will be creating a kind of a room for understanding the wild flora and wild beauties. Over to you, Yadav, sir.
Good morning to everyone. Madam is there. If she wants to say, our principal, Madam Alka, she's connected. If she
Alka, ma'am.
You can.
Fine, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Principal ma'am, could you please complete your address, because that was remaining and we all wanted to hear you.
It was interrupted due to the lack of power, and I couldn't switch over to a different network. That's why.
Yeah.
So may I continue?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Dr. Yadav sir, I am really overwhelmed by listening to your career and the achievements you have made in your career. Really, sir, we are very fortunate that such a great personality is available to us on this platform. I am very much thankful to you on behalf of my colleagues and my students. I'll continue from the point where I left. The competition is about the wild glory. I, being the person of literature, really, sir, I apologize that I do not know about the nomenclatures and scientific things. But I think that wild glory means a lot to us. There is a lot of difference between a woman who we find in a rural, rustic place and a woman who comes out of a parlor. That's a difference between the wild glory and the made up glory. I think this example speaks a lot about the things. So, wildflowers, we are considering wildflowers. Wildflowers promote biodiversity, which is the foundation of healthy ecosystems. It has a genetic pool that provides incalculable variety of seeds. Wildflowers are, without exaggeration, I mean it. Wildflowers are, without exaggeration, the unsung heroes of the planet. They are the unsung heroes of the planet. They are a powerful force that truly sustains a complex web of interdependent creatures. Wildflowers are the loveliest of all because they grow in uncultivated soil. As the gems among people grow in an hostile condition and they prove their career later. Like that, wildflowers are the loveliest of all because they grow in uncultivated soil, in those hard, rugged places where no one expects them to flourish. They are resilient in a ways garden bloom could never be. People are the same. The most exquisite souls are those who survive where others cannot. I repeat, the most like the people, these flowers are the most exquisite souls are those who survive where others cannot. They root themselves along with their companions wherever they are, and there they strive. No matter what conditions look like around you, I think these wildflowers give us some message. That message we should be able to read while studying them, while observing them. The message, I think it says, no matter what conditions look like around you, keep believing, keep persisting, keep on going, keep on growing, keep on going, keep on growing. Just like wildflowers grow wherever they are, they chose no matter the conditions, be becoming all that you were created to be and become. Whatever you want to be, you become. Just like wildflowers, they do not, in spite of the harsh weather, rugged floors, still they grow on. And this is the message I think these wildflowers want to give us. Everyone should read it. I bow down before the person like Dr. S.R. Yadav sir. Sir, I know very little about these flowers, but whenever I travel, I find their colors and hues so attractive. Many a times I have got down from the car just to observe them. Today's occasion is great that we are meeting such a great personality like Dr. S.R. Yadav sir on this occasion. I also congratulate my colleagues and the Garden Club who collaboratively are arranging beautiful activities. And I also again appreciate my colleague Dr. Suchita Khodke, who is very uniquely plans her activities of the department along with our colleagues. One I want to mention here that recently she has planned the microgreens, and it was really a very useful activity, and it was a new thing. It was new for me also, because otherwise we observe germination and all these things, but what she pointed out in the microgreens, that was really, I thought it was a very new message. It must be a new trend in the subject, but for me, I first time came across that thing, and that's why I appreciate her on this platform. I think we will definitely take this competition to the next level. Here I announce that one of the participants who is from Virginia, maybe from other countries also, there will be many participants. On this note, I take your permission. Thank you all.
Thank you. On this particular note, I would like to thank Dr. S.R. Yadav sir. Because of him, we were able to hear Dr. Alka Bhise ma'am. The latter half was very much beautiful, ma'am. A botanist can identify a plant, but a literaturist can actually express the beauty in a proper and a very few limited words. I'm really very thankful to the words that you have shared with us. I think this is the right time to go towards Dr. S.R. Yadav sir for his due presentation. Over to you, Dr. S.R. Yadav sir.
First of all, I would like to appreciate, and really from heart, I want to appreciate the activity started by Vinayak Vidyalaya Mahavidyalaya, Amravati, as a wild glory event. Why I am saying this, there are some reasons. I don't say just like that. It comes from my heart. Number one is, today, I mean, in these last 4-5 months, our country has taken one mission, floricultural mission, where they want to bring wild plants into cultivation. They want to domesticate. And about 100 crore rupees have been sanctioned for this project. And NBRI and remaining institutes are working on it. Your college has already conceived the idea and started doing work in popularizing wild plants as ornamentals, which is appreciable. This is the one thing which I want to tell. Second thing, madam, she said she is from literature. And we botanists know, we see calyx, corolla and so on, and identification. And we really lose the essence of beauty, which she has pointed out very well in her talk. And our Dr. Khedkar, give my very elaborate introduction. Thank you very much. But that is not that is one of the things by which students get encouraged. That is also, and I want to appreciate Suchita for the idea which has been rooted, and actually she is working for that. And this idea, domestication of wild plants, bringing them in public notice is a very important aspect. I must tell you in the beginning only, you go to any garden, public garden, 99% or I would say 100% plants are exotic. Do you think that Indian plants have no beauty? Our plants have no beauty. Somewhere our old generations have gone wrong. We have underestimated the potential of our Indian plants. We have not domesticated. Otherwise, many plants should have come in floricultural trade. Unfortunately, it has not happened. And this college is doing a wonderful service. I wanted to say about Dr. Dinesh Khedkar, whom I know is very close to me. Dr. Dongarwar Nitin, many times he comes to Kolhapur, and our Dr. Rekha Manginwar, she is a secretary, and I know how much effort she must be doing for organizing all these things. I can understand. Vishal Marathe, whom I also know, who loves plants, Manoj Kakpure, and especially Gajendra Pachodore, who is a zoologist, and unfortunately, zoology botany, always we fight. Okay, many colleges I have seen take it lightly, usually, but he's a man where one should learn how we can come together and do work for biology. And in 21st century, which subject is most important? If you ask me, that is a biology, and real role in 21st century to combat all the global problems will be, biologists will be of the most help, whether it is climate change, pollution control, food security, whatever you name. Here, biologists are going to play important role, and this is the century of biologists. With these words, I will go for my presentation, and whether it is, sorry, I don't know whether it is coming.
Yes, sir, it's coming.
Yes, sir, it is coming.
But it's an image, not the PowerPoint.
No, it is not a PowerPoint. That's why I'm worried about share new. Okay, share. Is it coming now?
Yeah.
Right. So I will take about 1 hour to say whatever I want to say about wild plants of ornamental potential. Really speaking, every plant is beautiful for me. And every plant is unique. Every flower is unique. Only, somebody will like some flower, somebody will like some flower. But every plant has its own beauty. None of the plant is, non-beautiful, or you can say ugly. Let us see what plant diversity of our country, and especially I will be talking about angiosperms, where we have 18,666 plant species. How many of them are there in your garden as ornamentals? If you ask me, we don't have even 1% plants, our own indigenous plants as used as ornamentals. And flowering plants, why flowering plants? Because, our 99% requirements of human race come from flowering plants. And, the entire living kingdom, animal kingdom, exists because of plants. And therefore, angiosperms are of primary importance in our life. Now, see, I work in Western Ghats. I love Western Ghats, and everybody loves Western Ghats. We are on shoulders of Western Ghats. In 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, we can reach in Western Ghats and see this strip, which is a Western Ghats, because of which is a very important biogeographical province, which plays important role in hydrological cycle, rain pattern in our peninsular India, climatology of our peninsular India, and biodiversity of our peninsular India. And this small strip, about 1900 kilometers in length, occupies 5% of total India's area and supports 27% of flowering plants, or you can say biodiversity. So it is a bank of our biological capital, that is plants, animals in that, and we must protect it. Okay, there is a high endemism with this introduction. You see, our student must know flowering plants of Western Ghats. There are about 7,400 total flowering plants, of which 5,588 are indigenous, native of our Western Ghats of India, of which 2,253 are endemic and 1,273 are exclusively only found in Western Ghats. And many of us, we don't know where they grow, how they look, because they are restricted to Western Ghats in inaccessible places. And there are exotic weeds also, there are cultivated plants, so total is 7,400. Just for information I have given you. And these are, flower diversity of our Western Ghats. You see, don't see flower only from one angle towards plant. Let us change our attitude towards plants. Don't think plants only from human interest point of view. We keep human interest in the center and we look at the plants. We look at the animals. How human beings will get benefited. This should not be our way of looking at plants. Every plant species, has different implications. Like, you see, unique creation. Don't you think every species is a unique creation of nature? It is an unparalleled chemist. No human beings can compete with my plants as far as chemical compounds which are synthesized without pollution. Okay, so it is an unparalleled chemist. It is witness of evolutionary history. Each plant species is existing for millions of years, and for millions of years, environment has acted upon it, and this is the genome which is screened by the environment, and they are existing, and it is a witness of evolutionary history. It is also has a phytogeographical significance. Species which are common to Western Ghats, some of them are found in Madagascar. So it is a direct evidence of continental drift theory. It plays different functions in ecosystem. You love butterflies, no? Butterflies need host plants for their survival. They may not be useful to human beings, those plants, host plants. So they have different functions in ecosystem, range of tolerance and distribution. They have spatial and phylogenetic relationships. There are invasive weeds. There are beneficial species. And really speaking, every plant species is a biological capital of man. See, this term I have coined, biological capital. Tell me, if you have rupees, if you have gold, everything you have, but you don't have food, will you enjoy life? If you don't have medicines, will you enjoy life? If you don't have oxygen to breathe, will you enjoy? All these things come from plants, and therefore I consider it is the most important capital of human being. And that way I look at plant. Now let us see this college. Your college has started a wonderful event of wild glory, and through that creating awareness among students, making them to think about nature itself is a great achievement of this event. And in India, suppose all colleges, universities do same thing, many plants, many animals can be conserved with students' efforts. See, in our country, we have educational institute, central universities 54, state universities 411, deemed universities, private universities, and total universities, we know 7,154 universities. This is data of 2017. In addition to that, we have IITs, agriculture universities, and so on. And students admitted at graduate level is 34.6 million. And it is a great strength of the country, right? Now you see why I believe in students. See, why students are so important in this aspect are of prime importance in documentation, bioprospecting, and conservation of biodiversity. Now, bringing plants under cultivation itself is a bioprospecting of that species, not that you have to extract molecule and make a drug. Even bringing them to some use is a bioprospecting. youth, young minds. I mean, you are working with young minds, youth, their energy and potential, they have tremendous energy, tremendous potential. They have better understanding of nature. They have they know scientific importance of biodiversity. They are non-corrupted mind. Young minds are not corrupted. They are not interested in money making. They are not interested in religion. They are non-corrupted minds which can do justice to the nature. Strong wish to care for Mother Earth. Knowledge of plants, their identification, propagation, and multiplication. Our students of IT division, they have come with apps. You just hold your mobile on that flower, it will tell you name. This is also contribution of our student. Not that only we have to, in identification of plants, in photographing of plants, they have developed mobiles, which is a very good equipment in your hands to understand nature. Up-to-date knowledge of technological innovations and their utilization in biodiversity. That is also contribution by our young student. Innovative minds, enormous energy and enthusiasm and strong desire to do something. These are the qualities of our students in colleges, universities, schools, and so on. And that's why teaching community is very lucky. They have a great course with them by which they can do many better things. Only they need proper guidance, which is done by this college. I have great hope and confidence that students, research scholars, and teaching community will play a crucial role in creation of awareness. Already you are doing it in society, documentation, bioprospecting, and conservation of biodiversity. And that is the purpose. With this brief introduction, I will go to some of the plants. Now, one point is an ornamental plant. That is one thing. What is not ornamental? Do you think that palms are not ornamental? With beautiful terminal crown, when you plant along the roadsides, it gives an elegant look to that road, and therefore palms is one group which can be brought and which can be utilized as an ornamental. See, I am showing you some palms which you will enjoy. Right? See this, Borassus habilipirate, Tadagola or Tad. And in Tamil Nadu, there are more than 300 uses to this palm, different uses. And see how it looks. It is an elegant palm which can be grown anywhere in the country, in any climatic condition. So this also is a plant of great ornamental. I am explaining you, not that flower is ornamental. Foliage, trees, foliage shrubs, foliage herbs, they are also equally important, about which we should take care in your exhibitions. See this Caryota urens, it looks elegant if it is an isolated plant standing somewhere. See this another plant, Hypini dichotoma, it is known as Ravan Tad. See, it is a branched. Ravan had 10 heads. Same way, it is branched palm, unique palm in India, which is endangered also. If you collect seeds, grow them in Amravati, and if they grow, you are doing service to the nature or service to the species for conservation. At the same time, you are utilizing it for ornamental purpose. Think from that angle, and you can bring many of the palms in garden. You see, this is a Corypha umbraculifera. It is known as Tali. And this palm I have cultivated in Shivaji University Botanical Garden, Lead Botanical Garden. More than 50 plants I have planted, and they grow for 40 years, and they flower and produce a huge, largest panicle in the world. And that palm grows wild in Yana forest. But have you seen in botanical gardens, in our college gardens? Answer is no. And I have found it is easy to bring seeds, grow them, plant them, they grow on their own. And that way, this is one elegant palm which you can bring in a gardens, right? So, Tali palm. Now you see, there are trees. I am talking initially on the trees, Firmania colorata. When it comes in flowering, you see how it looks. It is in Marathi known as Bhaikoi, Bharkoi, Kaushil, Khoge, Supli, and so on. And almost for 4 months, it gives it's a beauty. See this, orange, dark orange colored flowers. Then when it fruits, the fruit wall is also red colored. It hangs from that, and such wonderful trees. We grow eucalyptus, we grow brattle brush along the roadside, but we don't grow such plants along the roadside. We have, that gulmohar which we grow. So see this way, we have to think of. See this Bombax Seba. One plant, if you bring, it supports many birds, many insects, many butterflies, and that way, why our indigenous plant we should concentrate. That is what I am telling you. See this Erythrina stricta, Angara. There are 3-4 species in Maharashtra. It is a very elegant. I have not seen anyone growing this plant as ornamental in our gardens. We grow bottle brush or many other araucarias and so on. But this plant I have not seen. Don't you think it is not a beautiful? And many birds are supported by this. Saraka Ashok, Sitesa Ashok, a wonderful tree, I should tell you. Of course, it has a great medicinal value. And seeds, you can easily germinate and you can grow them. And this tree, when it comes in flowering, really you feel like you are in heaven. All the trees flooded with this red, pink, yellow colored flowers. This is another plant one should take up. Any student can take up, propagate it, give it to people, and make your city of Sitesa Ashok. Okay, Sitesa. Now, some examples. This is from my own botanical garden. This is Harpulia arborea. In Marathi also it is known as Harpulia. So probably generic name has been derived from this Harpulia arborea. See this, I have planted about 5-6 years ago. And on this tree, you can see these fruits. Okay, this belongs to Miliaceae. And see this heart-shaped, blood red fruits. They hang on this tree for 2 months. Don't you think that we should grow it in our gardens? We should grow in our cities, urban cities. So this is one plant you should remember. Just I am showing you, just I don't talk and take photograph. I am practicing it in Shivaji University. See this Claclospermum religiosum, Saur, Ganeri or Gogol. The flower is about 2 inches in diameter and it is golden yellow in color. So initially it gives flower for 1 month, 1.5 months, and then these fruits hang on this and then they dehisce and you see the seeds enclosed in a cotton. So this is another tree which grows in extremely dry region. I am sure in Amravati, Melghat region, it must be growing. Why not to bring in gardens? So this is one plant. Then this is our Critiva magna, Qatar, Lingada, Varun. See, when it comes in flowering, entire tree is flooded with this one flowers. Similarly, you see this is Vyvarna, Critiva. Critiva species is Adansoni, Vyvarna. Vyvarna is highly medicinal, and when it flowers, no leaves are there. The entire tree is flooded with this yellowish flowers, and it is a beautiful panorama. It gives beautiful panorama. What I want to show through these slides that you also concentrate on collection of trees, their seeds, and then growing them in our gardens. Okay. So this is one. This is a Dillenia pentagina, Motha Karmal or Karmal we call. Flowers are yellow, and then after flowers you can see these fruits which are hanging on the tree and they are orange in color. Leaves are very large and they are also of ornamental value. So these are some of the trees from Western Ghats I am showing. Now Ixora. Ixora in Delhi, when I was there, in many gardens they have avenues of Ixora. And when they flower, their flowers are very sweet scented, more than your jasmine also. The entire garden is with that sweet smell, And this is Ixoria, probably it is Ixora arborea, which we have collected from the wild and planted in garden. When it flowers, it has a great flush of flowers. Okay. Now this is a Syzygium litum, which is endemic to Western Ghats. It is also a rare plant, and you see these flowers, the stamens are blood red, and the attraction of birds, insects, bees is taken by these stamens, staminal function, not only to produce pollen grain, but also attract insects. It is a wonder. And this plant grows in little shady places. And in our garden, we have 8-10 trees now growing every year. They are flowering. And just like bottle brush, it has a wonderfully red colored stamens. Now, this is our state tree. Okay, Lagerstomia speciosa, Mota bondas, kiwa tamas, kiwa taman. We call it as a taman. See the color of flowers, eye-catching color, pink color, and this suits as a very good roadside tree, which we should grow. We grow many other plants which are exotic, but this plant is, and this is a state flower also. So something about trees. This is Barringtonia acutangula, which can be grown in college gardens, in public gardens, in along the roadsides, and it has this wonderful, flowers. Now see, this is our Ficus auriculata. See this Ficus auriculata. I find great beauty. See these bunches of fruits, bunches of fruits which are hanging from the tree. Leaves are very large, and it is a not very tall tree. Can we grow in our gardens? And fruits are edible also. On this, many insects, many ants, their life cycle depends on such a trees we should introduce. It is our Ficus auriculata. Then Ixora coccinea, which grows in the Konkan region. We have Ixora americana, which has red flowers in our gardens. Sorry, Ixora chinensis. But this our own plant, we don't find under cultivation, under this one. This is Acna pumila, which grows in Konkan region. You see, in the beginning, it produces golden yellow flowers for 1 month. Okay. Then calyx becomes red, and then seeds become black. You can see these 4 stages. It gives beauty in garden for 3 to 4 months. Such a plant, if somebody can cultivate and introduce in horticulture trade, that is the best contribution to nature, best contribution to horticulture. So somebody can think of. Now, Woodfordia fruticosa or Dhaiti. I hope some of you must have seen this plant in wild. And when it flowers, it produces lot of flower, flush of flowers, and these are pollinated by birds. It is bird pollinated flower, and many birds visit, you can see, and this nectar is used in Ayurveda to create, this is for asav. We call it as asav or alcohol. Alcoholic preparations are made from these flowers. Okay, so this is a wonderful plant. Have you seen in gardens? Again, you will have answer, no sir, we don't have. Only in wild we see, right? Then this is Calicopteris floribunda, old name. New name is Jetonia floribunda, Bagli or Wuxi. You see this Wuxi, when it flowers, there are no leaves, and all these are, they give beautiful appearance to the plant. And I feel this is one plant which is suited as a age plant, and it gives a great beauty. Then Melastomum malbatricum, palore. See this flower. See this pink color. See the sterile stamens, fertile stamens, stigma. And there are many things I can explain, but just I want to bring to your notice the some beauty of our Western Ghats. And this is a shrub, okay, shrub which grows along the river beds, along the streams, and it has very large flowers, about 1.5 inch in diameter. We have not seen any time in garden. This is Beaumontia jordaniana, belonging to Apocynaceae, and it is the largest flower in Apocynaceae. It is a endangered species of Western Ghat, and it is a little bit huge climber. If we can grow in gardens, by cutting also we can propagate, and if we bring it as an ornamental plant, two services we can do to nature: one, conservation, and another utilization of our such a wonderful germplasm for ornamental purpose. So this is a Phalaris solanaceae. When it flowers, it is flushed with these flowers. It is a very good climber. As a hedge plant, as an age plant, we can introduce in the garden. Now, there are many herbaceous plants. I told you about trees, something about your, what we call shrubs, climbers, and so on. Now I will come to some herbs. Rotala macrantha. See this, investor. I don't know whether we will be able to grow in open conditions in sunlight, but in shady places, in warehouses, in houses, we may be able to grow. And it is one plant which gives a beautiful appearance, and one can try as a wild glory and try to domesticate. See this aquatic plants, aquarium. Some students should take what are the aquatic plants, aquatic world of plants, which can be utilized as ornamentals in aquarium. Now see, this is a photograph from a stream, and see this beauty of plants. Don't you think that our own plants are beautiful? We can utilize in aquarium, but we have all the plants in aquarium which are imported plants, exotic plants. You take survey, you will find our own plants we can use. Orchids, I will not talk much about orchids. Orchids, all of you know, but still, Arides crispa, then Rhynchostylis retusa, Sitechi veni. These are wonderful orchids. But dear students, I have advised to you that we are not able to give the conditions required by these plants in our gardens. And when you bring from wild and show as an ornamental plant, after 1 year, 2 years, they die. They don't propagate. Such a plant we should avoid to collect from wild. This is my message, that orchids we are not able to grow in our garden conditions. This is my experience for last 30 years. We should not bring them to and make them to die. Better we should not collect them, or you develop a technique by which you can grow really in gardens. Gloriosa, somebody showed the beautiful presentations by our students, young students. Gloriosa superba, Kadya Nag, Kallavi. It is a wonderful plant. Of course, it has a colchicine. It is considered to be poisonous, so it is known as Kallavi. People should not use, but it is in other countries, it is used as the best ornamental plant. I have seen this wonderful plant, and change in color of petals and all that is unique. We should use as a ornamental. See this recently, somebody showed, I saw some photographs of Coriandra elegans, wrongly sometimes identified as our Cleome, what is that, Cleo, one more species. So this is Coriandra, which is another Coriandra, another species.
Cleome chiledonii.
Chiledonii. It is mistaken for Chiledonii. In Chiledonii, there are not more than 25 stamens. In this plant, there are about, 175 plus or minus 50 stamens in this, and flower is very large. So this is a one plant which we have described. It has a great ornamental value, but somebody should develop techniques, agro techniques to grow as an ornamental. This is one of the best plant which can be used as an ornamental in gardens. Okay, so this is one plant. See this Pogostemon deccanensis. What a beauty! This spike keeps on opening for 1 month, and if you are able to grow in a small pot in your house, I think it will be wonderful addition to the ornamental plants. See, I have said in many lectures, Utricularias of India. Okay, bladder words of India. This is Utricularia albocirulea. You tell me, they are beautiful plants, only we don't know how to grow. So some student, botany or research scholar should take work on, read literature, how to grow insectivorous plants in pots and develop a media by which we can grow this in garden. I am sure if he does business also, he can be a Karodpati. Okay, but he should develop the technique, and that way we can utilize our utricularias. These orchids I told. One plant I feel that is Pectilis gigantea. This plant is a sweet scented. It is a very ornamental, very robust plant. Many people did tissue culture. Many people developed embryos, okay, from seeds, but nothing has come out. They are of great ornamental value. Somebody should work. Orchids. Similarly, Drosera burmani. Our students are very much interested. And one thing, remember, it is not botany student or zoology student. Really speaking, every student, okay, every student should know about nature, because only nature nurtures him. And therefore, see this Drosera burmani. Can we grow in small pots? Okay, think of. I cannot do everything. This is Drosera indica. Somebody should think. These are insectivorous plants. If we want to create awareness among children, our children, these plants are the best plants to introduce nature and nature's wonders. Then similarly, Acanthaceae, one of the very important family as ornamental. Acanthaceae, propagation is very easy. Cut the branches, bring them and put them in a soil, water them. All of them usually sprout. And that way, propagation is very easy. And they have great ornamental value also. So remember Acanthaceae as an ornamental, potential ornamental family. This is Calycanthus grandiflorus. You see this flower about 1 inch long. We have grown in botanical garden. It gives beautiful, elegant look. So this is also monotypic endemic genus of Western Ghats, which grows in Mahabaleshwar or in many places in Mencrest, and one can try its domestication. Then these Karalumas, these are wild. You see this Karaluma umbellata, but now name is changed, Baucerosia umbellata. This we can grow. And see this, our tiger of Maharashtra, known as Priria indica. Its new name is Baucerosia priria. And see this flower variegations, right? See this. It is critically endangered. Okay, critically endangered species. And by just cutting these branches, we can grow in garden, but it needs very dry conditions. It does not tolerate much water in rainy season. And this, if we can grow in every garden, we can save it, we can use it as an ornamental, and it has many physiological peculiarities also. I will not go. So this is one plant. Maharashtra's all college students should try to grow them in their personal gardens, in their college gardens, and save it from extinction. Okay, see this, our Holostema annulare or Cynancum annulare. Now see this flower. The student, cowboys eat these flowers also, and it is a elegant flower. Can you grow as a climber in your garden? I come to the crinums. Okay, Crinum asiaticum, which is exotic, we grow in gardens. Okay, many crinum species we grow, but our own crinum species we don't grow in gardens. This is Crinum brachynaema, which is a critically endangered species, unique species in the world, and only represented by about 1,000 bulbs in nature. And this we have never introduced in garden, and it has a great potential also. See these flowers. Only thing with our Indian crinums, they are seasonal. They are not perennial or throughout year. They don't show leaves and flowers. That is a drawback. If somebody can do polyploidy, make them to flower and grow throughout year, it will be wonder. Crinum brachinema. See this another plant, Crinum latifolia. See this Crinum latifolium along seashores. And now here, you don't need much efforts, just bring bulbs, put them properly in soil, water them properly, take care, and they will give such a flush of flowers. Japranthus, which flowers for one day with one flower, but Crinum like this, we don't have in gardens. We should do it something. Okay. This is Chlorophytum hyene, which is endemic. Lot of botanical interest is there that I will not talk, but it has dark green leaves and it grows in a deep shade. It can be indoor plants. And you know, indoor plants now play important role in keeping house environment oxygen rich and something like that. People say, why not to try this our own plant, which is endemic, endangered, and found only in Kerala. I have many plants raised myself in my garden through seeds. Somebody, if he wants, he can come and take it from me. Okay. So this is one. See this Arissimas. Their beauty, you know, beauty cannot be explained in words. Okay, nobody can explain beauty. Only your eyes see them and you conceive, and that is imprinted on your mind. We cannot describe this in a words. If I describe any Arissima species 2-3 pages, and if you read, you will not understand beauty. When you see with your own eyes, eyes are the best cameras, and you will understand. Why not to grow these arides in our gardens? Okay, so these are arides, and they are beautiful in a look. See this Amorphophallus commutatus, which you can easily grow in our garden. See the spathe, see the appendage, and all that, you know, wonderful thing which we can see. All these are Amorphophallus from your region also. Some of them are there. I will show you what are from your region. I mean Amravati region. This is Amorphophallus concanensis. Then this is Amorphophallus commutatus, Amorphophallus bulbifer, Amorphophallus longiconnectivitas, Amorphophallus peonifolius. This is Amorphophallus, our this one. What is it name? Amorphophallus. I will tell you. Then Amorphophallus bhandarensis. This is bhandarensis, and all these are grow in Amravati also. Why not to grow? These are botanical curiosities. Okay, people will enjoy. This I have shown slide. I'm sorry. See this Eriocolans. May not be, we will not be able to grow, but still it is one of the good plant which can be grown in aquarium. So I showed you beauty and plants, some only few, only 1% I have said what I wanted to say. And this thing came to my mind long back, about 15 years before, that I should bring some of the plants under cultivation, domestication. Actually, it has to be done by Horticulture Department of Agriculture. I am a taxonomist. It is not my bread. Okay, but still to show examples, our students and my department did it, and we took a project from DBT for domestication of Barleria, Delphinium, Impatiens, Phogostemon, Sinistore, and Utricularia. Just I am showing these are the plants which were selected for domestication purpose, and these we tried in our garden. We collected seeds in large quantities. We propagated them. We then made different ways, you know, cutting, propagation through cutting, propagation through seeds, and we raised them in gardens. You see, these are the Barlerias which we tried, and you see this our students' work, cuttings, how they sprout, how they flower. This is you are seeing with your own eyes. I just don't talk. I myself and my student work, and then we talk. Tell me, these are your Barlerias. Each one is a beautiful species, and all of you should remember that out of 30 Barlerias in India, 22 species we are growing in our botanical garden as ornamentals, and we are distributing germplasm to other institutes also. So every college can also do it. You can concentrate on some genus and work. See this, okay? So this is our Natesh, who had come to see what we are doing with Barlerias. See this beauty. I will not explain. And see this, how, when they are not in flower, how they look, right? Are they not of great importance in landscape gardening, in college gardens, as a border plants? So this is which we have shown. Okay. See this impatiens. Of course, impatiens again, problem is great that they are annual. All Indian impatiens in Western Ghats are annuals, while African are perennial. And we grow perennial species from Africa in our gardens, but these species never got place. So we tried, and then the Sinisio, Grahama, Bombayans, they are having yellow flowers, and many Asteraceae members are exotic. We tried our own plant. Then this is our Pogostemon we tried. Then our Utricularia we tried. We have not got success to all. To some extent we got success, but it needs lifelong work to domesticate them. Okay. So you can see this Delphinium malvaricum, we could domesticate, develop a package of practices for growing as an ornamental plant. And you know, this plant, see this, we have developed and we have calculated this also. You see this cultivation, and 1 acre, if we can cultivate, our farmer can cultivate, he will get more than 2 lakhs per acre, and it is grown in a poor soil. So this is one example I have shown, and probably this in mission, Floriculture Mission of India, they have selected this plant for domestication, further one. Okay, now all students should remember, I love plants so much. In our Lead Botanical Garden, we have constructed one hall, auditorium, with the money of ministry, and it is named after this plant, Nilambari Auditorium. People name after human beings. We have named after plant, Nilambari Auditorium. It is a, whenever you come, you see. So we have that much love for plants. Why to name everything after man? Why not to name after our plants? Okay. So this is that ceremony when we release the seed package of practices to farmers. Okay, so this is one thing. You can see this. It was given great this one, this and all that results I am showing. Impatiens, we have a lot of impatiens in Western Ghats. You see orange color, you see, colors which are beautiful colors, and somebody should work on their domestication. 85 species are there in Western Ghats of impatiens. Similarly, begonia, one begonia cost you 500 rupees if you want to buy. These are the begonias which grow in Western Ghats. If we can cultivate them, bring under domestication, definitely they will fetch money, foreign currency for the country. Somebody should work. Then see this floral diversity of our country. Okay, every flower is beautiful, wonderful. What I should say about their beauty, their color, their size, their shape, everything is, amazing. Amazing diversity of nature, which keeps me young. Okay, my mind, see these flowers of just Fabaceae, right? All these flowers of Fabaceae. See, this is Cisalpinaceae, Compositae, from our own area, Northern Western Ghats. See these Asclepiads and their beauty, right? See these Comelinas from our Western Ghats. See this Acanthaceae, I told it is one of the family with great potential as an ornamental plant, both for foliage and for flowers. Then see, these are your bladderworts or utricularias, which can be tried for domestication. See these, their flowers, all these are unique creations of nature, right? Acanthaceae. And dear students, we have made little efforts or some efforts. Just every year we ask our students to collect seeds anywhere they go, right, from December to June, and they collect seeds in large quantities of all the species, indigenous species. And then, these, you can see, these seeds are given to Malis, and these, our Malis, they raise the saplings in thousands in Shivaji University. So in Shivaji University, we have thousands of seedlings of many species, indigenous species, which we give to people. You can see these seedlings. It is just not a saying, it is doing, right, by our department. And you see this nursery, and we see we have developed an arboretum of 100 endemic tree species in Shivaji University campus. See these palms and see this your Ceropegias. Okay, they are botanical curiosities. They have great ornamental value, great flower architecture, and these Ceropegias we have to conserve. Remember, these Ceropegias very, very delicate. If you bring them in garden, dig the tuber and put it in a soil in garden, they will decay. Please don't collect any Ceropegia and don't bring as an ornamental plant in our garden, because we don't have any methodology to grow them. They get decayed in our garden conditions because of fungal infection. But they are wonderful, and we should conserve them in nature for future generations. See this. Now, with these words, I have told you what are our plants. There are many others which I could have included. Only little 1% I have told about our biodiversity and their potential. And now I come to the last point, which is a very, very important, crucial important. See, in life, there are 4 things which are of great importance. And therefore, I call them as the 4 naked truths of life. Number 1, without water, we cannot survive. If some student works on water conservation in their areas, that is the best contribution. Without water, nobody can, life cannot exist on the earth. That is the first naked truth of life. Second, without food, without food in stomach, nobody can be happy. With hungry stomach, we cannot enjoy anything. And the only scientist which synthesizes food for all of us is plants. Okay, with little capital, they synthesize food for required by entire world. So plants are very important. Our stomach depends on plants. Okay, this hungry man, he will not look at notes. He will look at food. He is hungry, and this food comes from only plants. This man with gold, okay, he cannot bear weight of this gold, or he cannot enjoy the beauty of gold if he is hungry for 4 days. So this is important. Second one, if you want to be powerful man, your health has to be good. And for that, you have to eat food, not rupees, not gold, not anything else. So 4 naked truths. So I told us second naked truth. Third naked truth, health is wealth. And since our origin, about 2 lakhs years before, all medicines have come from plants. So my health is my plants. So that way also plants are very important in our life. And last naked truth, 4th naked truth of the life, that if you want to enjoy whatever you have created on this earth, you have to be alive. And to remain alive, you need oxygen. And that oxygen again comes from plants. So water, food, health, and your breath depends on plants. And therefore, in addition to our other things, our interests, plants are of great importance for our life. Okay, our existence depends on plant, whether I am a crab, whether I am an insect, frog, or mammal, or snake, whatever. Our existence depends on plants. Okay, and India has a great history. 373 people gave their neck, but did not allow to cut tree. They were knowing that each tree is more valuable than their lives. And that's why they gave their neck. And 1 leaf of plant, this is indicative of plant. Okay, 1 leaf of plant weighed heavier than God Krishna. All of you know this story. Satyabhama tried to weigh Krishna with all gold. She failed. But 1 leaf of Rukmini weighed heavier than God Krishna, which tells us that for a man or all entire human beings, if there is something more important than God, it is a plant. And that's why 1 leaf weighed heavier than God Krishna. This is a message given by our forefathers in scientific language. Okay, so we don't know, we are student of science. Today, everything is based on science, Vijnan, and Vijnan doesn't believe in God. It believes in nature, but not in God. Okay? So somebody was telling about plants. When I think about our plants, plants are the best friends of life, best doctors of our life, best artists of our artists in the world. They are best designers, best engineers, best economists, best technicians, and finally, they are the best teachers of our life. This is what I have learned from my plants. Okay, and one should learn from our plants. Okay, very important thing is how we are going to hand over our Mother Earth to our coming generations, whether we want to utilize all the resources, okay, and make it denuded and then hand over, or keep these resources, these plants, animals intact and give it to coming generations. That is important point. And therefore, every one of us, we should, by any means, domestication, bringing in cultivation, and trying to save every species and giving them to future generation is our responsibility. So that is what this college is also doing through this program. Okay, conservation of biodiversity is a challenge for 21st century. And you know what is most important, that students, not these students only, these are my PhD students. These students, I have great hope that they will really play a crucial role in conservation of biodiversity. Really speaking, not only me as a teacher, every teacher, the great strength of teacher is that his student community, and he can do wonders in conservation or utilization of our biodiversity, conservation of our biodiversity, and so on. With these words, I thank you very much, and really I am very much thankful to this college. Once again, I want to appreciate their initiative to start this Wild Glory event and make our young generation aware of, creating awareness in society, making them to work for plants, making them to understand the importance of biodiversity in their life. And that is a great function done by this event. Thank you very much. And if somebody has any question, I will answer.
Thank you very, very much, sir. It was indeed a pleasant sight to view all those beautiful wild flowers, wild plant. I think your talk was like just like a Gautam Buddha addressing his disciples, and I feel we are equally enlightened by the words of wisdom that you have shared with us. With this particular words, I think if there are any questions, we can just you can just put it into the chat box. We will try to convey this question to Dr. S.R. Yadav, sir. Meantime, I think it's the time to move ahead with the event. I would like to request Dr. Dinesh Khedkar, sir, to please come up with the video that we were supposed to show. We have already seen the video of her and the tree climbers. We are now going to view the participants' submission in the category of shrubs, succulents, and other miscellaneous categories. Let us now take a seat back and enjoy the continuous beauty of these particular wildflowers. Meantime, if you have any questions, you can just put it into the chat box. We will try to convey this to our eminent speaker. Shrub category.
Yes, Gajendra.
Sir. Thank you very much, sir. There are few of the questions. I don't think everybody is asking for the slides, sir. And one question that was asked here is that
Hello. Before I say, I have
Yeah.
already sent PDF file to Khedkar
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes.
Fine.
This
Fine,
can
fine.
be shared with all the students participants.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
Thank you.
One very interesting question has been shared in onto the Zoom chat box, sir. How can one be a taxonomist without any mentor? I think just like an Eklavya, one can observe S.R. Yadav sir's work and become a taxonomist. I think that is, sir. Over to you, sir. S.R. Yadav sir.
One thing, my Professor A.R. Kulkarni, who made my life, just to do taxonomy, from Kolhapur, from Karad, I went to Bombay, okay, and did MSc there for taxonomy. Whatever training I got in taxonomy, one thing you should remember about taxonomy, this is one thing one should remember. By birth, everyone is taxonomist. By birth, everyone is taxonomist. Even when we are child, newly born child, recognizes mother and father and others. Now that is inborn quality of a man, human beings. Now identification of plants or this one that needs passion. Even without studying botany, there are a number of people who are best taxonomists in the world. And it is a love, it is a passion which makes you perfect. And taxonomy, every one of us, we are taxonomists. Only I work with plants, but somebody works with animals, somebody works with something else, and that way it goes. So that is my answer to the student who has asked. Today you decide that I will be the best taxonomist of the country in zoology, in botany, or in any group. One day you will achieve that goal. That is what you need to do it.
Yes, sir. I remember यूं ही नहीं ये फन पाया है, दावे है पाओ बुजुर्गों के तब जाके ये हुनर आया है. I think you need to worship, you need to surrender, you need to dedicate yourself to the gurus, and then only the knowledge will percolate inside you. And in turn, the return will be you need to spread, or rather you need to amplify and spread those knowledge that you have gathered. Sir, one more interesting suggestion we have received in the Zoom chat box. Can we plan a field trip along with you, sir? I think that will be the great sight.
We all are missing because of COVID. We are missing this opportunity to go to field. Otherwise, I would have come there. We would have gone to Amravati. I have gone to those Melghat and
Wow.
wonderful places. Let us pray that COVID goes away and we start meeting. And definitely, I will be very happy to be with you in the field where I can explain you many more things. Here it is a lecture where we cannot explain everything.
Thank you very much, sir. What brings me to the another interesting personality, a very intellectual personality. I'm very fortunate that I have been blessed by his teaching when we were in the BSc. He was one of my teacher for the botany. I would like to request here the chairperson of today's event, Dr. Nitin Dongarwar, to take over. But before we listen to him, we listen to his wisdom words. I would like to request Dr. Pratibha Mahalle, madam, to give a short introduction of our chairperson of today's event, Dr. Nitin Dongarwar, sir. Over to you, Pratibha, madam.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Welcome to all. Praveen Khorke Memorial Trust, Amravati, Vinayak Vignan Mahavidyalay, Nandgaon Khandeshwar, Department of Botany, in association with Amravati Garden Club Amravati, organizes Wild Glory, online national exhibition and competition of wild plants to explore wild beauty and health. Today is the valedictory function and prize ceremony of Wild Glory competition. On behalf of my college, Vinayak Vidyan Mahavidyalaya, I, Dr. Pratibha Mahalle, it's my immense pleasure to introduce chairperson of today's program, Dr. Nitin Dongarwar sir. Hi, hearty welcome, Dr. Dongarwar sir. He is working as a professor at Department of Botany, Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj University, Nagpur. He did MSc in 1993 and PhD in 1998 from Nagpur University. He had passed both SET and NET examination in 1995. He is having a total teaching experience of 23 years and research experience of 20 years. His field of interest is taxonomy and ethnobotany conservation. He has completed 4 projects. He has guided as 8 PhD students and 5 MPhil students. He has also published 53 research papers. I welcome Dr. Nitin Dongarwar sir. Welcome sir. Thank you. Over to Dr. Gajendra Singh.
I will not waste any much of the time. Over to you, Dongarwar sir. Please go ahead with your presidential address.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gajendra. First of all, I'm thankful to the organizing committee of Vinayak Vidyan Mahavidyalaya, Nandgaon, Khandeshwar, Department of Botany, for conducting such a beautiful program on wild glory. Especially, we are not aware about the wildflowers. We probably do not pay attention to the wildflowers, but they have probably attracted the attention of the students, the audience, the teachers, as well as everyone of us to the wildflowers. Because many of the times we pay attention only to the ornamental flowers or ornamental plants which are grown in the garden as garden plants, but we never pay any attention towards them. So they have probably motivated the students also for taking the photographs. And I have also seen the videos, 3 videos, where the students have prepared beautiful, they have taken beautiful photographs. They have taken the selfies with the plants, and many of the photographs they were posted by the students, and probably they have also indicated each and every part of the flowers. I'm thankful to the president of this event, Dr. Alka Bhise madam, who is the principal of Vinayak Vidyan Mahavidyalaya, Nandgaon, Khandeshwar, the conveners, Dr. Suchita Khodke madam, the other convener, Dr. Dinesh Khedkar, who is also the president of Amravati Garden Club, Amravati. It is always a pleasure, or I can say it is a feast to listen to respected S.R. Yadav sir. S.R. Yadav sir has always motivated the students, and when he delivers his talk on the flowering plants as well as any topic on botany, I'm sure I was witnessing many of his lectures where I have seen that the students of non-botany, they came to him and they told him that, sir, we were so unfortunate that we have not taken botany as a subject. So such a dedicated person in the field of botany has delivered a mesmerizing lecture. Whenever he delivers his talk, he takes us to the journey of Western Ghats. He takes us to all the topics where he has done. While introducing Dr. S.R. Yadav sir, Dr. Dinesh Khedkar has introduced each and every part of him. But one point he has probably forgot to mention. When S.R. Yadav sir was student of MSc Botany, at that time he discovered new species of angiospermous plants, which is not a very common thing for a student of botany. So you can just imagine how dedicated person he is right from his student age. He has discovered a species when he was MSc student. Now, the topic of his talk was wildflowers, and many of the times, Yadav sir, he says that these are what we can say untapped beauties. We probably pay attention to the ornamental plants, but large number of flowering plants which are there near with us, we don't pay attention to them. I got opportunity many of the times to go to Kolhapur. Many of the times he has sent his PhD students, research students with me for collection, and I'm thankful to him for that also. And in his presentation, he has probably motivated the students, and probably everyone of us are now thinking that how can we go for cultivation of these wild plants? How can we go to domesticate these plants? Because he has shown not only by the photographs, but he has also conducted certain programs in his lead botanical garden, where he has probably developed several plants. He has also taken the programs for domestication of wildflowers. Especially, I have seen the collection of Barlerias, Delphiniums, then the Pogostemon, Senecio, Utricularias, and the collection of begonias in this area. Now, what sir has said that every plant is and every flower is beautiful, and the beauty probably lies in the eyes of an observer. See, what my teachers taught me when I was a student of botany at graduate level, one of my teacher, he used to say that what you eat is botany, what you breathe is botany, what you bear is botany. Whether you are a student of botany, whether you are not a student of botany, but botany is all the time near us. So what we breathe, oxygen we get from botany. What we eat, what we get from botany. And what we wear, we get from botany. So without plant, we cannot imagine the life. And probably the plants are the only living organisms who can synthesize their own food. And the largest group of animal, that is the insect group. And let me tell you one thing, that all these insects, they are totally dependent on these flowering plants or on our flowering plants for their survival. If there are 250,000 flowering plants, they probably provide shelter, they probably provide food, they probably provide brooding places, they probably serve as the plants where the butterflies can lay their eggs. Because butterflies, some of the butterflies, they are so specific. I have observed that there are some butterflies, they are so specific in choosing the plant. Maybe there are some plants like duckweeds. In our scientific language, we call them as Aristolochias. I have seen that there are specific butterflies, they choose to lay their eggs on the leaves of Aristolochia plants. And if the Aristolochia plant is not there in our area, then this butterfly will never lay their eggs on any other plants beside Aristolochia leaf. Now, what is the reason that a specific plant is required by a butterfly to lay its eggs? Maybe there are certain factors, maybe there are certain chemicals, maybe there are certain things which are present in these Aristolochia plants, which probably give protection, which probably give a sort of precursors for generating certain hormones. Because if a larval stage is there, we see the larval stage of these butterflies. These larval stage, they consist of first instar larvae, second instar larvae, third instar larvae, sometimes four instar larvae is also there. And these butterflies, they require certain hormones for pupation. And if these hormones are not synthesized by the butterflies, they will not undergo pupa stage. So many of the plants, they have some compounds which are serving as precursor of these hormones. And many of the plants, since they are poisonous, they also impart some kind of protection to these butterflies, so that the larvae of these plants are also having some quantity of poison, and that poison is preventing them from their predator. That poison is probably protecting them from their predators. One more thing, sir has already said that every plant is a biological capital of life. I do agree with him that, and he has also shown so many photographs where the palms can be grown as an ornamental plant. especially he has shown Corypha Umbra caulifera, which has got the largest panicle. He has also mentioned some of the plants which can be domesticated. He has mentioned Coccolospermum religiosum, which is commonly called as gongal. The Coccolospermum religiosum gongal plant is used for worshipping, because this plant is in flowering during the Mahashivratri season, and it is offered to Lord Shiva. Then, as far as flowering plants are concerned, I think that the flowering plants, they are the most beautiful thing that has happened to the angiospermous plants, because the flower which have been developed, they have developed with some purpose. And these flowers, they have been developed for reproductive purpose. And if there are 250,000 flowering plants, so there is a diversity of flowering plants. And sir has already mentioned that the plants are better architects. So how can we say that these flowers are better architects? See, our plants, since I'm botanist, that's why I'm saying our plants. The plants, they cannot move from one place to another place. They do not have locomotion, they have movement. And they are dependent on the external agencies. And these external agencies will transfer the gametes from one plant to another plant. And for that, they have probably developed beautiful colors. They have developed beautiful fragrance. They have developed beautiful architecture. And every plant is very choosy in a color, in specific architecture, in specific what we can say nectar and other things. Because if we see the flowers which are pollinated by birds, they are often orange or red colored. They are full with nectar. And these orange colored flowers and red colored flowers, they are non-fragrant. Why they are non-fragrant? The reason is that birds cannot sense smell. If the birds cannot sense smell, then why the plant will waste its energy in producing the fragrance? So plant is basically knowing that who or which organism is going to do the work for him. So that's why they have preferred the birds, and they know that the birds, they do not sense smell. So there is no necessity of producing smell. So that much quantity of energy can be utilized for producing large number of nectar. And if there are no red colored flowers, if there are no orange colored flower, then there will be no birds like sunbirds or hummingbirds. See, the survival of sunbirds and hummingbirds totally depends on red and orange colored flowers. Then some of the flowers, they are very specific in choosing their pollinator. If the flower opens during the daytime, it means that its pollinator is active during the daytime. Look at the butterflies. Butterflies usually prefer pink colored, blue colored, red colored flowers, and they open during the daytime. Look at the white colored flowers, which open during the night time. Because these flowers, they open during the night time, they have got a musky fragrance. Because during the night time, the moths are active, and during the daytime, the butterflies are active. So when the flowers which are opening during the daytime, why they are opening during the daytime? Because their pollinators are active during the daytime. In the similar way, when the moths are active during the night time, the flowers which are pollinated by the moths will be opening during the night time, or they will be blooming during the night time. And it has been observed that some of the flowers, they have developed their shapes. In many of the Acanthaceae member, you'll find that odd petal is there, which is used by the butterfly, which is used by the insects as a landing platform. So on this petal, you'll find that there are certain indications to the insect that where they should land. Now, if we look at the white color flowers, if we look at the yellow color flowers, or if we look at the blue color flowers, now what we see is white, red, blue, or yellow. But most of the insects, they take light from ultraviolet region. So what we are able to see is white color that can appear as a bright blue or a bright yellow to the pollinator. Because since we are not the pollinator of that flower, it may look white, simple white to us. But since if a bee or a bumblebee or some wasp is the pollinator, that flower may look as bright blue or bright yellow to that flower, to that insect also. Sir has rightly pointed out that there is necessity to domesticate these wildflowers, because we have got good number of flowers which are beautiful, but yet we are probably depending on certain plants like roses, tulips, or cut flowers, which are used in the floriculture industry. And nowadays we are using large number of flowers which are probably imported from other countries in the floriculture industry. He has rightly pointed out that we have got good number of flowering plants. If we can do something in this area, then people can generate money from these wildflowers also. He has also indicated certain things, what we should do, what we should not do. He has already told that the flowers, the plants of ceropegias, they cannot be cultivated. They should not be picked up from the wild, and they should not be brought to the gardens, because they are probably very delicate, or their bulbs, underground bulbs, they decompose when they are transferred. So these plants should not be utilized. Again, he has also rightly pointed out that especially the orchids. I also agree with him that the epiphytic orchids, they are very difficult to domesticate, because if we bring these flowers, plants from the wild and we grow them in our garden, they will survive for a year or two, but later on they will die. So we many of the times we feel sorry that why we are destroying the plants, beautiful plants from the nature. But we can try domestication of terrestrial orchids, because domestication of terrestrial orchid is very much easy, because these plants can be very well domesticated, since underground combs, bulbs, or propagules are there. These can be also probably utilized for domestication purpose. Now, one thing I should congratulate what I have seen, that the topic wild glory, which has been taken up for this competition, and I have seen that the college has probably received entries from all the parts of our country. Even from outside countries there were some entries, and this is a good thing, that we can now probably turn the mind of common man. We can probably now can motivate other people for looking at these beautiful flowers, because as I told you earlier, that many of the times we feel that only ornamental flowers are beautiful. No, sir has shown in his presentation that large number of wild flowers, large number of wild trees, large number of wild trees, that we have to utilize the resources. And if we can cultivate them, if we can bring them in cultivation on a large scale, then our country will be benefited, the people will be benefited, the problem of unemployment can be solved. So I'm thankful to the organizers for giving me an opportunity. It is always a pleasure, it is always a feast to hear to S.R. Yadav sir. So I thank him for his wonderful, beautiful work, as well as for his wonderful presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It was indeed a very eye-opener lecture. And I remember I quote my guy, Dr. Mumtaz Beg's line. He always used to say that ता उम्र में पेड़ ही गिनता रह गया, जंगल की हकीकत को समझा ही नहीं. The irony is that we go on from 2 koti vriksha to 7 koti, but the irony remains that we have failed to understand the intricacies of the ecology and the ecosystem. Still, it's a very good kind of an initiative by the government. Let us now move ahead with the event. I would like to request our panelists, if they can share their experience regarding the entries that they have identified, they have scrutinized. I would like to request here Dr. Vishal Marathe sir, one of the panelists, to please share his experience related to the Wild Glory. Over to you, Vishal sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gajendra. May I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank organizer from Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya for giving me opportunity to be here as a panelist. It's very great experience for me to listen Dr. S.R. Yadav sir after 2 to 3 years, because I every time attend IIT conference, and every time I listen and meet him personally. So really, it's a very great experience to all the young participants, because after listening to the S.R. Yadav sir's lecture, this lecture motivates us to work within the field of taxonomy. So as a panelist, I really thankful to the organizer that they give me an opportunity to become a panelist. So here in this competition, this is one of the very different competition, because whatever I have seen various competition, this is one of the unique competition which is organized by Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, because it is very in a scientific way how to conserve the plants and how to find out the beauty of wild plants. So it's really a great effort which are taken by Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya. So while judging the entries, I have certain experiences that most of the students they are actually take painstaking efforts for taking photographs. Then they go into the fields and take photographs of different plants. Most of the plants they were collected, either they are the common weeds, either they are the wild plants which are in their vicinity or nearby areas. But very few of them, they are also collected certain exotic plants. But actually, our aim to just actually bring out the beauty from beauty of a plants. So such photographs we have received or entries we have received from the participants. Another important thing I would like to mention here: some participants they put correctly the names of plants, but of a plants in a scientific language. But certain participants they couldn't mention correct name; they put incorrect names. But actually, I think this competition is open for all the plant lovers, and it is not only restricted to the botany students. So this might be somewhat it might be somewhat difficult for them to mention correct names. And actually most of the participants they take very hard work to just mention most of the plants. They also they also take certain photographs in various angles and place them into a format which is given by the organizers. So such competitions, they are very really important for the young scientists or young researchers or nature lovers, because they really inculcate interest in the nature observation, but also leads to conservation of such plants. So I really thankful to the organizer of Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya for giving me opportunity to work as a panelist and judge certain entries of this competition. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I think we have one hand raised from one of the participant. Kherkar sir, can we take the participant afterwards? Or before?
You just declare the winners first.
Yeah, fine, sir. Fine. Got it. Okay. Now This is the time which we all were waiting for. I am very pleased to announce the results of the Wild Glory competition 2021, that is season 3. Last year, we have prize winners all in the different categories. This year also, we have chosen few of the categories. As mentioned by the panelists, there are certain very basic, we can say very basic errors that the participants usually make. Few of them has been mentioned by Dr. Marathe sir. Few of them are like inefficiency in filling up the form properly, placing the photos properly, taking the pictures properly, are the few of the errors that the participants have done. But we have tried our best to scrutinize the best of the best from this particular, all the entries that we have got. It was very tiresome, very laborious, very Herculean task for our panelists, because we have received more than 200 entries, and sorting out in their respective categories and then scrutinizing them according to their identification, the economical values. All this thing has been carried out in a very meticulous way. Allow me to share my screen, and we will be announcing the winners one by one. The winners are going to get a trophy, which I'll request my colleague Dr. Ajay Ambore sir to please show the trophies if we can. We have also prepared, you can see the trophies at the back. The trophies will be received by, the winners will receive these trophies, and they will be couriered to them. All the participants will be receiving the participation certificate. By saying this word, I'm going to present my screen in front of you. Just a second. Allow me to share the screen. Okay. Yeah, can everybody see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Announcing the third prize winner in the category of the herb. I take extreme pride in announcing the third category. The third prize in the category of herb goes to Gasgate Sankalpa Panchashil. I request if Gasgate Sankalp Panchashil is present, please raise your hand so that we can identify that you are in the meeting.
You can unmute.
Yeah, Gasgate Panchashil, he can just unmute. And this entry comes from Shri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola, Maharashtra. Many congratulations to Gasgate Sankalpa Panchashil. Is he there? I am unable to see him.
I think he's not there. Please
Okay,
go
we'll move ahead. The second prize in the category of the herb goes to Sapkar Mukinda Baban. This entry is coming from GS Science Commerce Arts and Commerce College, Khamgaon, Maharashtra. Many congratulations to Sapkar Mukinda Baban. This is the second prize winner in the category of the herb. Can we have Mr. Sapkar Mukinda Baban? If he's in the room, he can just raise his hand.
He's there. He's there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, we would like to hear it from you very shortly. If you can express your experience regarding the Wild Glory.
Thank you so much for organizing committee, for giving opportunity to nature lovers, students, researchers, to know different types of beauty of nature, to knowledge about the nature and different types of flowers, different types of flora and fauna which is around it, us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And many congratulations to you, sir. The most awaited, the first prize winner in the category of the herb goes to, this is simply Haqqani Dayu. Pardon me if I'm pronouncing it very correctly. This is simply Haqqani Dayu. This entry is coming from Assam Don Bosco University, Assam, and I think we have really reached to the extreme corner of our country. And yeah, if we can have simply Haqqani Dayo, we would like to hear a few words from this this girl or this lady. Extremely sorry. I hope I'm pronouncing the word rightly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Congratulations. Simply, what is your name? Is it
Haqqani.
Haqqani? Okay.
Yes.
Congratulations. Yeah, please
you,
go
sir.
ahead with your expression. What do you feel about the competition and your experience altogether?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I'm very grateful because when my guide, I'm a research scholar, so when my guide forwarded me the email, so I was very enthusiastic and happy to see like something I can present my flower and to let the others know, because it is one of the endangered plant. It's very rare. And on top of that, I've been doing research on this plant, and I've got many papers published, and it has lots of medicinal value. So I was very grateful to see this program, this conference. So I told sir that I'll be attending, and I was very happy seeing all this. So this much, and I want to thank each and everyone. And I was really very enlightened by the PPT presented by Sir Yadav. It was very good. So yeah, I'd like to thank everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Haqqani. Indeed, it was a wonderful thing, and congratulations for winning the first prize in the category of the herb. Let us now move ahead. The shrub category, we have second winner, Miss Snehal Dhavde. She's coming from MSP Arts, Science and KPT Commerce College, Manora, District Washim. If we can have Snehal Dhavde here.
No, Gajendra, she is not.
Okay, no problem. Snehal Dhavde is not there. She is the second prize winner. Many congratulations to Snehal Dhavde. We are moving ahead with the first prize in the category of the shrubs. We have Riddhi Chordia. This entry is coming from Royal College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Many congratulations to Riddhi Chordia. Riddhi Chordia is here. She has raised her hand. Over to you, Riddhi. Could you please express your experience regarding the Wild Glory 3?
Thank you so much, sir, ma'am, for giving us such wonderful opportunity to get one step more closer to nature. It was an amazing experience to participate in this, and thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Riddhi. Many congratulations. You will get your trophy by courier and also a participation certificate. Let us now move ahead in the category of trees. We have the first winner, Shubham K. Bagate. This entry is coming from Hutatma Rajguru Mahavidyalaya, Pune, Maharashtra. Many congratulations to Shubham K. Bagate. I hope he is here.
No, he's not.
No. Okay. Many congratulations once again to
Gajendra. Just once explain that why the prices are lesser in the trees and shrubs.
Yes. Because yes, thank you very much, sir, for mentioning that. I must take this opportunity to explain to the participant that the entries related to this two categories, shrubs, we have got a huge entries, and herbs also we have got a huge entries. But again, as I have suggested, I've already mentioned, the problem was that the photographs were not clear, the mentioning of the names were not clear. There were many errors related to the submission of the entries. And then it created a kind of a problem with the panelists also. So we outrightly rejected those entries which were not up to the mark, which were not fulfilling the particularly the categories, the criteria that we have mentioned in the this particular registration form. So most of the entries, very few entries that have come from the trees climbers, and that's why we were very perplexed. Rather, we were very unable to take it out 2 or 3 at least winner. So respecting the panelist decision, we were able to only come out with the first winner, and this first prize in the category of the trees goes to Mr. Shubham K. Bagate. He's from Hutatma Rajguru Mahavidyalaya, Pune, Maharashtra. Let us now go to the first prize in the climbers. The first prize goes to Kayarkar Ankush Rajendra. This entry is coming from Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi Arts and Science College, Nagbhid, Chandrapur, Maharashtra. Many congratulations to Ankush Kayarkar. This first prize goes in the category of the climbers. Yes, if Ankush is present, yeah, he could.
Very first of all, a very good afternoon to all the respected teachers. Thank you very much for the organizer of this competition, Wild Glory. We are pleased, and it gives a chance to many nature lovers to go and come with the nature also and see the beauty through different angles of the flower and the plants. Thank you very much, and also thank you very much for organizing such a beautiful lecture of Dr. S.R. Yadav sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kayak Ankush, and many congratulations for winning this. I'll just go back and make sure that all the participants knows the winners. Kayarkar Shubham Bagate in the category of the trees. In the category of shrub, we have Riddhi Chordia. In the category of shrubs, second prize goes to Snehal Dhavde. In the category of herbs, first prize is Haqqani. In the categories of herbs, second prize is Sabkar Mukinda. In the category of herbs, the third prize goes to Sankalp Gajgate. Many congratulations to all the winners. And also, I would like to congratulate all the participants because we have received very remarkable entry, and the numbers has been growing from the last competition. In 2017, we were having a very handful of participants. In 2020, we had a huge number of participants, and this year we are actually receiving the entries from the international entries from West Virginia also. I'm very happy to say that Wild Glory is spreading its tentacles and its in the term of botany's rhizomes all over the places, and it is getting all the attention from the participants. Moving ahead with the presentation, I would like to go to the concluding portion of our today's valedictory and prize distribution ceremony. May I now request Dr. Subodh Bansod, Assistant Professor at Department of Zoology, Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, to please conclude the session by expressing the vote of thanks. Over to you, Mr. Subodh Bansod, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Can you switch on your video, sir?
Yes, sir. I switch my video.
Got it.
Okay, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir. Honorable Chairperson, Dr. Nitin Dongarwar, sir. Respected keynote speaker, Dr. S.R. Yadav, sir. President of today's event, respected Dr. Alka Bise, madam. Dr. Rekha Maggiwar, madam. Convener Suchita Khorke, madam. Dinesh Khedkar, sir. Even jury panelists, Dr. Sanjay Satpute, sir. Dr. Ashok Devre, sir. Vishal Marathe, sir. Dr. Manoj Kakure, sir. And organizing members, Pratibha Malle, madam. Anand Hivaray, sir. And all the participants and students. I, Subodh Bansod, on behalf of the Department of Botany, Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, Nandgaon, Khandeshwar, and Amravati Garden Club, Amravati, let me call it fraternity here together on the occasion of today's special event, popular talk on wild plant of ornamental potential from Western Ghats and prize distribution of the Wild Glory winners. And on my own behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all dignitaries for gracing your important works and sharing with us your finding and knowledge today. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the winners of the Wild Glory. And personally, I would like to congratulate to all the members, all the participants who win the prize in various categories, that is herbs, shrubs, trees, and climbers. Once again, I'm really thankful to all for participation and congratulate for winning the prize. Now, first of all, a big thank you to respected Dr. S.R. Yadav sir, former professor, Department of Botany, Shri Shivaji University, Kolhapur, for today's talk on wild plant of ornamental potential from Western Ghat. Here, I want to mention that everyone is mesmerized by the talk and virtual tour of the various type of colorful plants. Really, we are grateful, sir. Please bless to us always, and thank you so much, sir, for here today with us. Thank you so much, sir. Further, we are grateful to chairperson and chief panelist of today's event, Dr. Nitin Dongarwar, sir, Professor, PG Department of Botany, RTM University, Nagpur, for chairing the event and sharing the words and experience with us in a successful event. Thank you so much, sir. I am like to express our sincere thanks to President of the event, respected Dr. Alka Bhise Madam, Principal, Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, Nandgaon, Khandeshwar, for your great support and encouragement for organizing such a grand event. We are really inspired by your words, ma'am. Thank you so much. I also wish to express my gratitude to White Glory event convener, Dr. Suchita Khodke ma'am, Vice President of the Praveen Khodke Memorial Trust, Amravati, IQAC Coordinator, and Head of the Botany, Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, Nandgaon, Khandeshwar. And second convener, that is respected Dr. Dinesh Khedkar sir, President, Amravati Garden Club. Both the convener are really energized by their work always. This event is also cannot be possible by the initiation of this convener. Thank you so much, madam and sir. Thank you so much. I also would like to thank to organizing secretary, Dr. Rekha Magirwar madam, Associate Professor, Department of Botany, Shri Shivaji Science College, Amravati, and Dr. Gajendra Singh Pachlore sir, who is my colleague also, from Department of Zoology, Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, and who also anchoring the today's successful program. Thank you so much, sir. We both are really frontline. You both are really frontline commanders of such a great and successful program. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir, for hard work to success this event. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, ma'am. We also mentioned the great thanks to jury panel. First of all, Dr. Sanjay Satpute sir, Associate Professor in Botany, Mahatma Phule College, Varud. Dr. Ashok Devre sir, Associate Professor in Botany, SSS SKR Inani Mahavidyalaya, Karanja Lad. Dr. Vishal Marathe sir, Assistant Professor in Botany, NES Science College, Nanded. And fourth one is Dr. Manoj Kakure sir, Head Department of the Botany, late RB Art Commerce, and Srimati Bharati Science College, Arni. Really, it's a tough job to select the best from the glory. We know that all are participate as a glory, but all members doing a appreciating job and help us. Thank you so much, all the panel members. I would like to hearty thanks to all the members and technical support, Dr. Pratibha Mahalle ma'am, Department of Zoology, Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, Mr. Shilanand Hivray sir, Department of Botany, Vinayak Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, for great support and logistics. Thank you all other staff which is directly or indirectly supporting to successful the event. And we are express our great thanks to all the participants and winners for joining this program online and give the great achievement or for the give the success to this program. Thank you all. And here, by permission of the president, I announce that the program is concluded here. Keep connected. Have a grateful day. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Yadav sir. Thank you, Dongarwar sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir. Thank you, Dongarwar sir.
Thank you, madam.
All the participants all the winners need to share their postal address so that the trophies could be reached to up to their particularly town. And related to the other queries, if you have related to the particularly the
Gajendra, your voice is cracking.
Yes. I request all the winners to share their postal address so that the trophies could be delivered at their address. And all the participants will receive the participation certificate, but they need to give us a time of 1 week. Within a time of 1 week, we are going to give them, they will receive the email of participation certificate. Thank you very much once again. Thank you very much, all the dignitaries. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.